How's it going, everyone? Coming up on a new week of game releases, and honestly, we've had some quiet weeks recently, but I'm kind of digging the offerings that we've got this week. Obviously, some more low-key titles are definitely dropping this week. I mean, in the summer, you don't really expect a ton of huge games, but a couple games I'm definitely excited for. We got a big title going free-to-play, an RPG making the transition from PC to PlayStation, so we'll cover all of that. Got quite a few games to go over, so let's get right into it, and let's go over the game that I am the most excited for, and that is AI the Somnium Files, a nirvanA initiative. Obviously, if you've been watching our channel for a while, Spike Chunsoft games, right up my alley. I definitely am into these more quirky Japanese visual novel, story-driven adventure-style games, and AI the Somnium Files was a great title that had quite a bit of depth to its characters, and obviously, narratively, I feel like Spike Chunsoft always does a pretty good job. This, of course, is the follow-up, and I would strongly recommend that you play the first game before you play nirvanA Initiative. The first game, you could probably get it relatively cheap during a PSN sale or something like that. But yeah, this is another one that if you're a fan of narrative-heavy games, story-driven titles, probably going to be one that'll be right up your alley. I do plan on doing a playthrough of the first game just to refresh myself of the story before I jump into nirvanA Initiative, because it's been a little while since the first game came out, and I've been meaning to give that another playthrough, and with this dropping on June 24th, makes all the sense in the world. So again, June 24th, for the release of AI the Somnium Files nirvanA Initiative. Alright, next up, going free to play, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. Man, Fall Guys was huge when it initially came out a few years ago. I want to say back in 2020, and it was a PlayStation Plus freebie, so a lot of you guys probably got it free that way, but now it's going directly free to play. Fall Guys is a massively multiplayer party game with up to 60 players online in a free-for-all struggle through round after round of escalating chaos until one victor remains. Of course, it had a ton of buzz when it initially came out, and then that kind of dissipated over time, and that's kind of the story with a lot of these multiplayer-focused games that dropped, and maybe a part of that buzz was the fact that, it was something a little bit different, and a lot of people were jumping into it, and it was received rather well, and I imagine it going free to play, that's definitely going to give it a jolt of buzz, at least for a little while. I always do want to see how much of that is sustainable. A game like Knockout City goes free to play, and it doesn't seem like that game has been reignited to like a big degree, but I hope for the best out of that game. Fall Guys is still a game that is quite popular. Like, even if you fall off from Fall Guys' peak, you're still at a level where there's at least a good bit of people playing your game, but Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout will be going free to play on June 21st. Next up, we have the Shadowrun Trilogy. Now, this is making the transition from PC with all of those releases, and now it's finally coming to PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. With the Shadowrun Trilogy, you got Shadowrun Returns, the DLC for that, Shadowrun Dragonfall Director's Cut, and Shadowrun Hong Kong Extended Edition. On top of that, you'll get a Hong Kong Extended Edition upgrade, but all of that can be had for $29.99 if you are a PlayStation Plus subscriber. Non-Plus subscribers, unfortunately, it's $39.99, which I think is a little bit pricey. Like, these games on PC, you can usually get them pretty darn cheap, and you gotta remember, these games aren't even difficult at all to run. However, if you like narrative-driven RPGs, tactical RPGs, this is going to be one that's probably going to be right up your alley as well. Quite a bit of dialogue to the games, but hey, you're getting into something story-driven. That's like kind of the idea. All the games have been pretty well received on PC, and I would imagine it to make a pretty smooth transition to the PlayStation 4 and 5 as well, and hopefully a smooth controller transition as well. I think that'll be fine. You can definitely get this game working well on a controller, so that should be fine. Again, that price point for non-Plus subscribers kind of is a little high, so I don't know if I would be saying, hey, jump out of your seat to pick it up at $40, but at $30, that's actually not a bad price at all for all the content you're getting. Alright, moving on from that, we got the Capcom Fighting Collection. 10 of Capcom's most popular arcade games in one bumper collection. A wide variety of titles are included from series such as Street Fighter and Darkstalkers, Cyberbots, and the first home console port of Red Earth. And of course, all titles support online play. Obviously, this is a little bit of a throwback, even a little bit before my time, but you got pretty notable titles in there. Darkstalkers, the Night Warriors, Darkstalkers Revenge, Vampire Savior, Vampire Hunter 2, Vampire Savior 2, Hyper Street Fighter 2, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Gem Fighter Mini, and Cyberbots Full Metal Madness, and obviously also Red Earth. And Vampire Savior 2 are the Japanese versions only. Priced at $39.99, which given that you're getting 10 games, and you know, if you're into these throwback fighting games, I mean, that price point probably isn't going to scare you off too much. And Capcom Fighting Game Collection will be dropping on June 24th. Next up, another collection of some classic titles, Sonic Origins. Obviously, Sonic, up my alley these days. I know Sonic Frontier getting a little bit of a mixed reception, but with Sonic Origins, you can relive the classic adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic 3, and Knuckles and Sonic CD in a brand new remaster. Now, this also got a little bit of controversy, this collection, with like the wild, price points they went with, $40, $45, and then, you know, the additions in the Digital Deluxe Edition is a little bit questionable, but nonetheless, these are absolute classic titles that I'm sure some people will check out. Personally speaking, I do think that $40 price tag is a little steep. I think like $25 to $30 would have been a lot more palatable, but hey, what are you gonna do? These days, it seems like a lot of games are going up in price, and Sonic is kind of hot right now as an IP. And even with Sonic Frontiers kind of getting a mixed reception from everybody watching the gameplay, Sonic as an IP is pretty popular these days, so I think Sonic Origins is gonna do relatively well. It's just for the content that you're getting, I think it is your best bet is to wait for a bit of a discount, but hey, that's just my 2 cents. And lastly, I do want to mention the Elder Scrolls Online High Isles. Of course, this is the latest expansion to the Elder Scrolls Online, and one of those that much like Final Fantasy XIV, made quite a bit of a comeback. Now, this has been out on PC for a little bit, seeing a mostly positive reception with 71% of the Steam reviews being positive. You know, Elder Scrolls Online isn't something that I'm super into these days. I played it a little bit well before this expansion was even announced, but the description notes, welcome to High Isle, a part of Tamriel never before seen in the Elder Scrolls. Explore the Breton's idyllic ocean enclave and set of chivalric culture as you confront the ruinous forces of the Ascendant Lord. So, priced at $40, you can check out Elder Scrolls Online High Isle later this week, come June 21st. And that is going to do it for me. Again, a batch of new games dropping this week. Some exciting stuff. Again, AI the Somnium Files at a high level on my list. I'm very excited for that. Just want to get into a new story-driven title. Shadowrun Trilogy, that might be a little bit of a sleeper to you guys. Keep that on your radar. Even if you think the $30 price tag is a little bit high for games that are a little bit on the older side, you know, add it to your wish list, and then when it goes on sale for, let's say, 15, 20 bucks, pick it up then. I think that'll be a good shout as well. Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout going free to play, I feel like that's pretty notable on top of that. But that's going to do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.